Hi, welcome back to another episode of Cooking and Chopping. I'm Dr. H. Hope you're all doing well during this crazy time. At least better than my hair. I gave myself a haircut a couple days ago and that's why my head looks a little square. But anyway, today I'm going to share with you one of my favorite dessert recipes. It's called Tarte Tatin. Excuse my French because I don't really speak it. So Tarte Tatin is a classic French dessert made with flaky puff sheets and caramelized apples. It's a very simple recipe. I believe anybody can make it at home. All you need is 6 apples, puff sheets, butter and sugar, and lemon is optional. So to start the dish, we need to peel and cut the apples first. So after you peel the apples, cut them into 4 parts and then take out the top skin and the bottom skin and take out the middle part also. And put it in a bowl just like this, and you can add a little bit of lemon juice so it won't turn yellow while you're working on this. It's a little bit of work to take out the skin and do all this, but it's definitely worth it once the dish is done. Trust me. Alright, look, the apple is done. It's beautiful. So before we do the caramel, let's turn on the oven to preheat. For my oven, it's about 400 Fahrenheit. So to start the caramel, turn on the heat first, and let's add sugar. Never go in with a spoon, otherwise it will crystallize. When the sugar starts to melt on the side, then you can start turning the pan around, but before that, don't touch it. Just let it do its work. So now look at the color, it's all like golden. We just need to wait a little bit for everything to melt, then we can add some butter. I would recommend you to cut the butter into cubes so it's easier to melt with the sugar. Just makes everything a little easier, that's all. Alright, now we're going to add some butter. Look at this, it's just so beautiful. Once all the butter is melted, we're going to add the apple. If you like cinnamon, now would be a good time to add them. I personally don't like the smell of cinnamon, so I'm going to skip. But look at this. So we'll just let it cook a little bit on its own. At the meantime, let's work on the puff sheets. So what you need to do with the puff sheets is, hopefully by now your puff sheets is nice and soft. So we're going to put a little bit of flour on the counter so the puff sheets won't stick to the surface. We're going to take it, open it, take out the paper, and then just to make sure it's evenly spread. And we're going to take great. So now we're going to take a plate, put it on top of it, and then cut a nice circle around it. It doesn't have to be perfect. We just don't want too much extra puff sheets to ruin the balance. This should do. Right. Apple should be nicely coated with caramel. We're gonna let it cook a little bit more. So it takes about 8 minutes for the apples to cook in caramel. And after that, we're going to arrange it so it looks pretty once it's all done. So once it's all nicely arranged, now we're going to put the puff sheets over it. Nice and gentle. And then we want to tuck in the sides. We can turn off the heat so it's a little safer to work. So before you put this into the oven, remember to poke a couple of holes on your puff sheets so the steam can escape. So you can still get that nice flaky, crunchy puff sheets when it's done. Alright, now we're gonna pop it in. By now your oven should be about 400 Fahrenheit, and we're going to wait about 20 to 25 minutes. Alright, to know when it's done, your puff pastry should be nice and golden like this. Look at this. So we are going to let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes. Look at this. And then we're gonna turn it out. So we'll see you then. Alright, now we've been waiting for a little bit. So I'm just gonna turn it up like this. And slide right out. Ooh, look at that caramel. Wow. Look at this. So beautiful. And be careful, it's very juicy. So if you don't be careful, then you do like me. Wow, this smells so buttery and sugary. It smells so nice. All right, let me cut a piece. Remember to cut yourself a generous piece for all the hard work that you did. All right, now let me give it a try. Mmm. Oh. Oh. It's really hard, but it's really, really good. You can taste the sweetness from the apple, and then of course the sugar. But it's very buttery, and the puff sheets is very flaky. It's really, really good. And you know what goes really well with this? Ice cream. So give yourself a scoop of ice cream and put it on top. And since the tart is still nice and warm, so it will melt the ice cream nicely. Let me try it one more time just to make sure it's good. You know, you always have to try it twice to make sure. Just to make sure. Mmm. Mmm. So good. This is actually a very easy but a very satisfying dessert. I don't know about in your household, but right here, this will probably not last for more than 24 hours. Or maybe 24 minutes. Who knows? Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish this. I will leave the ingredient list in the description area below. And thank you for watching today's episode. If you have any questions, you can leave it in the comment area below, or you can email me at classypitch@gmail.com. You can also find me on Twitter or Instagram at classypitch. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Stay classy. Au revoir.